Hi, my name is Umberto Mucci and this is We the ItaliaNews, a podcast about Italy during coronavirus times. Today is Thursday, November 25, 2021. Today is Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving to all our readers, watchers and listeners. Thanks for your fidelity and the trust you give to us. Thank you. To date, considering the Italian population over 12 years old, 87.1% has received at least one dose of a vaccine, 84.3% is fully vaccinated, while 30.7% is the percentage of third doses received by those who are currently eligible. This percentage is today half of what it was last Monday, but it is not an error because in the meantime the Italian government has greatly expanded the pool of those who can receive the third dose. In Europe, we are in the middle of the fourth wave of COVID, which for the WHO today is the leading cause of death in Europe. The numbers say that in our continent, the fourth wave is the most contagious of all waves. COVID-19 infections are growing everywhere, but the trend of deaths is significantly lower in countries that have vaccinated more. The 66% of EU average that the population vaccinated with at least two doses takes into account from the 87% of Italy to the 24% of Bulgaria. Of all deaths from COVID recorded worldwide during the last week, about 50% are in Europe, and in many European countries, new daily infections are at the highest since the beginning of the pandemic. Some European heads of government are COVID positive and quarantined, not the Italian one. Others, once again, not the Italian one, especially in the East, are against the vaccine. In Poland, cases are doubling every week. In Slovakia, the incidence is 12 times that of Italy and to date is the worst infection rate in the world. In Romania and Bulgaria, the number of deaths due to COVID every day is very high, about 20 times that of Italy in proportion to the population. Bulgaria has the highest mortality due to COVID per capita in the world. Among the European countries in trouble, there is Germany, where yesterday the number of new positives was 7 times the Italian one, and where it has made a lot of noise that what the Minister of Health said on Tuesday, making an appeal to the Germans for them to vaccinate. The minister said, and I quote, "Probably by the end of winter, more or less everyone in Germany will be vaccinated or cured or dead." I don't know about you, but I have chills. The Italian government is considering how to intervene to defend its borders, provided the fact that we are way better than other countries. And the government may decide to reinstate quarantine for those arriving from countries where the virus seems out of control. Some of these countries, such as Austria and Slovenia, border Italy, respectively Trentino Alto Adige and Friuli Venezia Giulia, and in fact these two are the most infected Italian regions. In fact, some cities in South Tyrol, the part of Trentino Alto Adige that borders with Austria, have gone into the red zone without waiting for the decision affecting their region and have reinstated the curfew, closures and all the other restrictions that were in place throughout Italy during the first lockdown. Other Italian cities in a better situation, even if at least until Sunday all regions are still in the white zone, have already decided to force citizens to wear masks even outdoors and to restrict access to shopping streets, places and markets in view of Christmas. A few days ago, the Italian government decided to anticipate to 5 months the minimum interval between the second and third dose of the vaccine, increasing again the number of those who can receive it immediately. Yesterday, the government approved the new decree on the Super Green Pass. The enhanced COVID-19 Green Certification, the Super Green Pass, will come into force on December 6 and will last until January 15 when it can be renewed. Starting on that day, there will be two types of Green Passes in Italy. The enhanced one, the Super Green Pass, will be given only to those cured of COVID-19 and to those who vaccinated. The simple one, which will be used to go to work and to go to the stores for essential services, will be obtained with a negative swab, in addition, of course, to the healing or vaccine. The validity is reduced from 12 to 9 months, starting from when the citizen is given the third dose or booster. The bans for Novax will be triggered everywhere, no matter which color of the zone their region is. Those who are not vaccinated will not have access to bars, indoor restaurants, gyms, cinemas, theaters, stadiums, arenas, nightclubs, shows and ceremonies. No obligation to mask outdoors, however. The rule will continue to be triggered only in the zones where the color is different than white. In the yellow and orange zones, the bans will be enforced only for those not vaccinated. In addition, the simple green pass will also be required to take the regional and local public transport. To get on a bus or a subway, everyone will need to report at least the recent negative result of a swab. Controls will be carried out on a random basis, and students aged 12 years and over who have not been vaccinated will also have to show these in order to use public transport. In addition, the government has decided the extension of compulsory vaccination from December 15 for administrative staff, health, schools and law enforcement, including the military. There are 200,000 Italians who are part of these categories who are not yet vaccinated, and they are part of the 7 million Italians who have not yet made not even the first dose. But yesterday, Italy has exceeded the psychological threshold of 100 million doses of vaccine administered, including first, second and third. And today, the European Medicines Agency will approve the vaccine for children aged 5 to 11 years, a reduced dose compared to that of adults, which will be voluntary, not mandatory, and in December will begin to be administered in Italy, where there are about 4 million children in that age group. Remember that at the moment in Italy, for the 0 to 16 age group, there are already 10 mandatory vaccinations against other diseases. Today is the International Day for the Elimination of Violence Against Women. Even in Italy, this theme seems very present in the media, at least in these days. But the numbers are terrible, mortifying, and shameful, and above all, unacceptable. In 2021 alone, and only up to now, 109 women were killed in Italy, 8% more than on November 25, 2020. And in the 36% of these cases, the cases in 2021, there is 63 women killed. The author of the homicide was the husband or the partner, while if we expand the look to the family unit understood as also as sons and daughters, siblings and parents, in 2021 up to now, there were 136 women killed in the Italian families. In 2021 to date, the women in Italy who have turned to the emergency phone number 1522 have been 12,833, almost double the previous year, and the violence reported are both physical and psychological. In most cases, the violence lasted for years, 76.7%, or months, 21.9%, while in 4.4% of cases, it was the first or only case. Now, enough with the numbers. There would be others, and they are all horrendous, unacceptable, shameful. Yes, I as an Italian man feel ashamed of these things, ashamed, as it happens to me every day, not just today. You know, that in this video, I try to describe Italy without denying the ugly things, but trying to talk about the beautiful things too. But this is a horrible thing, and keeping silent is not right, never, not just today. I really hope that the country that you and I love can erase this shame for which I feel sadness and discomfort, and not only because I am a happy and lucky husband and father of a daughter. Please forgive my rhetoric, but this is an issue on which my sensitivity is very great, and to be honest, I don't understand how it could be any different for anyone else. I think that we cannot and must not accept these numbers. It was not my intention, and I apologize once again, to ruin Thanksgiving, sorry, but today it just so happens that the 2 days coincide. But talking about Thanksgiving, once again, happy Thanksgiving from me and from the entire We the Italians team, which keeps growing, and thank you very much from the bottom of our hearts. My name is Umberto Mucci, this was We the Italian News. I'll see you next Monday, please stay safe and take care. Ciao from Rome.